and what we are going to do today is talk about the top 10 tech products of 2010. So basically what I've got here is 10. Some products which are new, some which are not, some which are old, that have come out this year, which have, I think, changed the tech world and that are going to change the tech world forever. So not all the changes may be evident at this moment, but personally I think that some of these products, the changes may happen in a few weeks, months, days, hours, minutes to come. So anyways, we will get started with TechShit's Top 10 Tech of 2010. Okay, so I'm not really doing this in chronological order, but I've kind of ordered it somewhat so that it's kind of in relation of how much it changed. And starting number 1 on my list, this is again just my personal opinion, so if you don't like it, then leave a comment below saying your opinion. So that's yeah. So basically the first 10 tech product on the top of my list is of course the iPad I've got here, and I actually have all my top 10 tech products on here. And I think this has changed the Apple say that it's magical and revolutionary, which is, somewhat true, but it is really kind of revolutionary because it has started the whole tablet era. We never really saw any kind of tablets before that, or that popular. We've never seen any tablets which have been popular, and this has kind of triggered the release of a lot of new Android tablets, such as the Galaxy Tab and a lot of other ones. I may or may not have triggered the Dell Streak, but kind of. So that is at the top of my list. It's probably the piece of tech out of all of this which changes my life the most and which I use the most. I've only had it for about 6 months now, but I think it's a great piece of technology which has certainly changed a lot and really kind of revolutionized the tech world and the world that we live in today, which I know some of you may not think is true, but again, this is just my personal appearance. So iPad, number 1. The second, I'd say, would probably be HTC Evo 4G. This hasn't really affected me personally at all, but it has affected the tech world a lot, and it has kind of launched the new 4G network. Right now, the Evo 4G is only on Sprint, which isn't the best of networks, but it has kind of triggered some of the release of more 4G phones, and it was basically one of the first phones to have a 4-inch kind of screen and a fairly big screen, and so that is now almost all Android phones have 4-inch screens, but that has kind of triggered it, I think. It is also one of the first phones to have HDMI output, front-facing camera, which was not an iPhone 4, and stuff like that. So that has definitely changed a lot. As I said, it doesn't affect me personally, but it definitely has changed a lot of other stuff. Number 3, in relation to the HTC Evo 4G, is Android, as in 2.2 Froyo and 2.3 Gingerbread. I know Android came out more than a few years ago, so it's nothing really that new. But it definitely has changed, and with the release of Android 2.3 Gingerbread and the Nexus S and all that stuff, that's definitely going to kind of up the ante and catch up with some of Apple's competition with the iPhone 4 and stuff like that. So 2.3 is definitely a huge upgrade to Android, definitely a lot of UI tweaks and different things like that. We might do a video in the future on that if we have time. But again, as usual, pretty busy this year. So anyways, moving along swiftly. Third or fourth is the iPhone 4. And again, you might think this list is kind of Apple biased, and it probably is because I'm a fan of Apple, but this has definitely changed kind of the video chatting on mobile devices. So now with as I'm sure you can FaceTime, and that will soon be available for Macs. No, sorry, it's already available for Macs, so you can FaceTime from basically any Apple device which has a webcam on it. So that and the iPhone 4 triggered the iPod Touches with the FaceTime camera, and will probably later on trigger the iPad release of a FaceTime camera sometime later in January. So that's definitely, we're looking forward to that. But the iPhone 4, and the Retina display as well. We definitely saw that on the iPod Touch, the new generation, and possibly we might see it on the iPad. So that is pretty revolutionary. Well, not nothing too revolutionary, but definitely changed some of the tech world. Something which hasn't really been released, well, it has been released but not so much to the public, is Chrome OS. and the CR48 laptop. So basically, if you don't know what Chrome OS is, it's kind of an operating system based solely on kind of internet applications and tools, so like Google Docs, Picasa, and things like that. So and everything's stored on cloud storage. So there's basically no hard drive on the computer. I mean, you can work offline, but if you lose your computer, you can get it all back. Kind of like with Exchange syncing. So if you don't know, with Exchange, you can sync your contacts, your calendar, your notes, your email, all through one cloud server. So this is kind of this idea, but except with all your files instead of just your contacts and emails and stuff like that. So I think that'll definitely change a lot, especially in terms of the netbook market. So we're all looking forward to that. Also, in relation to Google, is the Google TV. This hasn't really seen it. It hasn't really affected much of us yet because there's not many Google TVs, but it will have a long-term effect on the tech world, and I think we'll see a lot of new set-top boxes running the Google TV. So it's not gonna directly impact us like straight away, but definitely, I'm pretty sure we'll see that along the way, a lot of it, and it'll become kind of the standard for set-top boxes and stuff like that. And moving along again is HTML5. So again, this is not really 2010 kind of, but yeah, it's made the most progress, and a lot of websites are now using HTML5, especially with the release of the iPad, where Apple tried to make a lot of websites kind of HTML5 compatible so they can work on Apple devices and stuff like that. So HTML5 is definitely changing everything. Me personally, I like to see websites which use HTML5 opposed to Flash. You feel like when they use Flash, they're kind of just cheating a little bit. So it's always nice to see a web developer who kind of tweaks their website to make it work on all devices. And I know I'm kind of going off topic here, but anyways, yeah, I just think HTML5 will change a lot, especially I've experienced it, some of the features on it, and all that we need next is for web browsers to support it fully, and all the great features that come with it, and it's going to be so easy for website developers and stuff like that, and so much more reliable. And coming up to the end, the stuff which isn't too important is probably the Sony NEX5. I don't know if you've heard about this, but basically this is kind of a mix between a digital SLR and a point-and-shoot. It has almost the body of a point-and-shoot. It's a little bit bigger, but it's nowhere near as big as a digital SLR, although it will take interchangeable Sony lenses. So this is definitely a big advancement. So now people won't have to carry around big SLR cameras or digital SLR cameras to take really nice looking pictures with short depth of field and the ability to change lenses. So that's definitely very nice. Not many people know of this camera, but it's out there. So that's kind of exciting, and I think, again, like the Google TV, that will have a long-term effect on us, and we'll see more and more cameras using this technology. And finally, last but not least, is the Apple TV. This is definitely nothing too new, but it's more, basically it's kind of introduced the easeability of downloading, renting movies and TV shows really easily. So you can do that with the click of a button, just with your remote here, pressing a few buttons, and you can watch a TV show in seconds. It's all done by streaming, in case you didn't know. So you don't download anything, and this again ties in with the Chrome OS. It's all kind of on a cloud. You never actually need a hard drive, so hard drive space isn't a matter. And neither is a matter of if you break it or lose it. You'll still have all your stuff. So particularly with this, if that could tie in with Google TV, then that would be wonderful, to have the ability of Apple TV to download and rent movies so easily, and the functionality of a Google TV to be able to integrate with Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and the internet. So that's it for TechShit's Top 10 Tech of 2010. Try and say that 5 times. Anyways, yeah, thank you for watching. We'll try to make more videos in the future. We have a couple weeks off now so we'll try to make some videos. It is Christmas break, so we're trying to, you know, we want to spend time with family and stuff like that. But if we have the chance, we will try to make more videos about stuff like this. So anyways, yeah, tell us if you want any of these items for Christmas, whether you're getting them, and if you're watching us after Christmas, if you got them, what you think of them, or a video response or something like that. So wrapping up this year in tech, Darrow Carbra, and I will see you in the next video. Maybe not or before or after the new year, but we'll see you then. Also, quickly on the website, we've kind of done some little Christmas Easter egg kind of tweaking things. So we've updated the logo. There's some snow falling. If you go on the site on Christmas Day, I can definitely assure you that there'll be some surprises there. So be sure to check out. Maybe a giveaway. If we get enough people on the website, enough people commenting, maybe like 100 or 200 comments, we will have a giveaway, and where basically you choose what you want for Christmas. And if we get enough comments, we'll pick one at random and send you out the gift that you want. As long as it's considering it's under like $100 or something like that, you know. So anyways, stay tuned. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you guys possibly next year, possibly tomorrow, possibly in another 5 minutes. But anyways, thanks for checking this out. Make sure to subscribe, follow us on Twitter, go to our website, sign up there, sign up to the emails and the videos and all that stuff. And I'm babbling on. Goodbye.